Hey guys, Metal Breakdown here. So I know that a lot of you will be really happy with this review because tonight I'm doing the album review of the brand new album by Breaking Benjamin. It's called Ember, and yeah, I've listened to it for about 5 times now. So yeah, I think that now I'm able to truly judge it, truly review it. I'll tell you everything I think about this album. I'll talk more in deep about my top 5, but I'll still try to talk about each and every songs on this album, Ember. I think it will be a pretty good review because I have many things to say in that one, so hopefully you'll enjoy it. So let's talk about this brand new album, Ember by Breaking Benjamin. So, what do I think of this brand new album? My only complaint was that there were too many singles. When you have 5 singles out before the album, the listeners have already heard like half of the album, especially in this case since there were 12 tracks, but the first one and last one were outros, so that leaves us with 10 real tracks, so we already heard half of it. At least this time it's not like with Lamb of God last album where they released all the good tracks before the release of the album, and when you hear the rest it's only like the worst track of it. It's not the case here. There's still some really good track left unreleased before, well, the release of the album. But they told us before they even released Red Cold River that this album would be heavier than its predecessor, Dark Before Dawn, and it's so fucking true. Wow, so much heavier. Only like one really soft song, or 2 if you count not Drown Down. But even this one is not that soft, so the only soft one would be The Dark of You with Direct on vocal, who is a guy who did a cover of a song from Dark Before Dawn, I think, and they liked it, so they invited him to be on one song, which is so cool. Compared to Dark Before Dawn, it shows that this time Ben is not alone because he wrote Dark Before Dawn before having a band with him again. So this time everyone took part in the writing process, and you can see that Dark Before Dawn was good as well from what I've heard, but this time it's really something else. Some people online says that sorry for my grammar, guys. Not always easy when English is not your first language. Obviously, it's not my first language, like you probably find out in the beginning. And yes, a lot of people are saying that Phobia is the best album, but this one could top that. And I haven't heard Phobia in full yet. I know I'm working on that with my reactions, but yeah, I think it could be stronger. From what I heard so far, it's that fucking great, and I promise, guys, that in the future I will do a full album ranking to rank all the album of Breaking Benjamin from the worst to the best. Before I start with the top 5, some honorable mentions. Some of them might surprise a lot of you. Red Cold River, yeah, I thought it would be in my top 5 at first, but after all I had to kick it out. Psycho, I know it will be the number 1 of a lot of you, but yeah, even though I think the song is really great, I don't think it's one of the best of the album. Don't throw stones at me, guys. I deserve my opinion, okay? And Torn in 2. From the people that heard the album already, some people think that this one is so good. Yeah, it's in my honorable mention, so obviously I liked it, but not worth the top 5 for me. So in the 5th position, I went with Close Your Eyes. When the fast-paced riffs kicks in right away, you know that this last real song on the album before the outro will be a great one. I put it higher in my top 5 after the first 2 listens, but the chorus is a bit too mellow to be considered one of the greatest of the album. I also think that if the guitar could take a bit more place during the verse, I would have loved it even more. And well, but it's still a really good track, even considering that. Might be a bit negative here, but you have to understand that even with that said, it's such a good track. It's above Psycho and Red Cold River that I consider amazing. So yeah, Close Your Eyes is fucking good, even if I said negative things about it. In the fourth position, I went with a Tourniquet. At the beginning, this song was not even in my top 5, but it has grown on me so much already since the first listen, so maybe in a few days it will even be in my top 3. I was surprised because all the 5 singles we had were really heavy, and since that one was the first new song on my first listen on the album, I thought it would be a soft one, but it's not the case at all. The chorus is so beautiful, and all the melodic parts gave me goosebumps. That's mainly why this song is in my top 5 now. Now entering the top 3, and I'll speak faster because this review will be too long if I don't do that. So in the 3rd position, Save Yourself, the only single I didn't make a review or reaction for, only because I didn't have time. So at least now you'll know what I think about this brand new song that is like only 1 week old now. The thing that surprised me the most is that the song kicks on once again with a crazy groovy riff that blew me away. The chorus is one of my favorite of the entire album. There's also a few parts with the unclean vocals, and I love when Breaking Benjamins are trying that. They said it would be heavier, and they truly proved it with that song. Probably the song with the biggest amount of unclean vocals, and I'm really surprised they picked it as a single, because usually you try to please radio and they said fuck that with that one. So props to you, Breaking Benjamin, you're really going up in my esteem. In the 2nd position, I went with Blood. I don't know about Save Yourself since it's still such a new song, but Blood was definitely the least popular of the 5 singles they released. And I really don't get it. Everyone loves Psycho, but this one should get all the love. The chorus is just so powerful, it's so catchy, and each time it's playing, I cannot resist screaming, "It's in my blood!" Also, during this part, the guitar and the drum fit so well together. I love it so much. The part where Ben says, "Forgive my heart," before the slower part, aka the outro, is also so good. And my favorite song on the album, you probably guessed it already because of my reaction. Anyway, I went with Feed the Wolf. It was like love at first sight with this song, really, that much. When I heard it right after coming back from the Killswitch Engage and Anthrax show, wow! It just flows so well. It's like descending a river, and when you arrive at the chorus, you hit the falls. Like everything was meant to be with that track. Probably the worst analogy ever made, but you probably understand my point. Especially if you saw my reaction. I'll put it at the end of this video. By the way, I made one for Blood too, but I was not able to put it on YouTube, so if you want to watch it, it's on my Facebook page. Links is in the description for my Facebook page. Just go in the video section. Also, for Feed the Wolf, the part with the "it's no longer human, it's a beast, unmerciful, ferocious, fearless," with the super heavy instrumental, it's out of this world. So there you go for my album review. The other songs are good as well. I haven't talked about The Dark of You and Down, but they're good, even though it's probably my least favorite part of the album, if you want to know. So yeah, And also the intro Lyra, which is kind of following the melody of Feed the Wolf. I love Feed the Wolf even more because of that intro, so yeah, great. So that's pretty much all I had to say in that review, guys. I hope you enjoy. I hope it was not too long. Let me know what you think of this brand new album. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed what I did here. So yeah, I'll do more reactions by Breaking Benjamin in the future, especially for the album Phobia. I still need to discover that, so stay tuned if you don't want to miss any of this. I'll see you all later, guys. Take care.